Hi guys, welcome back to Gwayne Sailing. Just as we were getting ready to leave our anchorage in Hilton Head, a Coast Guard boat approached us to conduct a vessel inspection. This is a common practice and we were fully ready for it. We had safety inspections done yearly by the Coast Guard Auxiliary on our old boat, Nimbus, and we passed each time, but this was our first time with the real Coast Guard on our new boat. They asked to see our safety equipment and official paperwork, and we were able to provide the documents quickly and answer all of their questions. It was about a 20-minute procedure in all. We were glad that we got stopped after owning the boat for only a month because we still hadn't filed the paperwork away, and we now know that we are in full compliance with the law. The boat is now in the Coast Guard's computer system as passing inspection, and we shouldn't get boarded again for at least a year or two. From Hilton Head, we headed south in the Atlantic Ocean to Brunswick, Georgia, all while passing sea turtles, bald eagles, dolphins, and hundreds of flying fish, which I had never seen before. We also saw fishermen out in the ocean kite fishing from their boats, another first for me. Even though we were in April, it was still a bit cold out on the water. When we arrived at Brunswick Landing Marina, we saw our friends Andrew and Mike, who we had met back in November in North Carolina. They were heading back home after visiting the Bahamas over the winter. We stopped at an anchorage in St. Augustine for a few days to explore the beautiful town. We pulled in at dusk, just as a strong lightning storm passed overhead. In the morning, the port was busy with loud party boats cruising the harbor, so we decided to take a hop-on, hop-off trolley to visit all of the historical sites, including the Old Fort and Ponce de Leon's Fountain of Youth Park. At the park, we saw a cannon demonstration and enjoyed the peacocks roaming around the property. Along the trolley route, we saw a Hare Krishna parade going down the main street. And our last stop on the trolley was at a winery, where we did a tasting and listened to music on the rooftop while enjoying the views. We were in St. Augustine during Palm Sunday and went to a local church service at the United States' oldest Catholic parish. After the service, the priest and the St. Augustine royal family walked down to the marina to do their yearly blessing of the boats to help protect boats at sea. We ended the evening going to see a band and then stopped at the famous Teeny Martini bar for a nightcap. During the days that we traveled, we would always put out a fishing line and try to catch fish along the way to our next destination. And in the evenings, the anchorages were a great place to catch sunsets from our boat. We had to plan our journey to Cape Canaveral carefully in order to avoid the Starlink and the SpaceX rocket launches that have been happening a couple of times every week for the last few months.
Yeah.
We were even lucky enough to be able to watch a few of the launches right from our boat. We pulled into the Cape Canaveral Marina in the dark after a 15-hour sail for a quick overnight stop and to refuel. But in the morning, as we were leaving, a pipe had come loose and started to float dangerously close to our boat, which could have trapped us there for hours until it was removed, but luckily we got out just in time. We spotted a few manatees as we pulled into our Fort Pierce anchorage and then dinghied over to shore to grab some drinks and a seafood dinner. Wayne took a few overhead drone videos here too. We were starting to see more and more lizards now the farther south we were. And we've been really lucky with the weather the last few times it has rained, only as we were getting settled in for the night. Palm Beach was our next stop, and this is when we really felt like we had made it to Florida. With the palm trees, seaplanes, and mega yachts all around us, this is what I was expecting to see. Our friends Ben and Kate came out to help us secure to a mooring ball and say hi. We had met them back in the Erie Canal while heading south, and they were now on their way back home after spending the winter in the Bahamas. During the week we were here, we would motor to shore each day to explore the city. Our friends Candy and Bill live near here, so they stopped to pick us up a few times. We went to the award-winning Palm Beach Farmers Market, listened to some music, went to the beach, and checked out a car show and some bars. We ate Easter brunch with them and also went on a powerboat ride in the rivers around the city of Jupiter, Florida. Wayne and I took the dinghy over to Peanut Island, which had crystal clear waters and was a great spot to snorkel and look for huge iguanas. We rode our bikes to West Palm Beach to see some historical sites and ate lunch at the Breakers Hotel. This resort is from the 1890s and is very upscale and glamorous. The Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, J.P. Morgan, and Andrew Carnegie all have stayed here. The bar top is a real aquarium with fish swimming underneath the drinks while you eat and admire the views. Back at our boat, we played cards and shared a meal with John, Ashley, and Laura, who we had met at Hilton Head. They have the same exact boat as us and are heading to the Bahamas from here as well. Our friends Marcia and Bill also live in the area, and they stopped by to see our new boat and to take us to dinner. Gwayne and I spent the days kayaking, paddleboarding, and exploring the artwork around town by bicycle. Gwayne got our water maker working, and at the local zoo we saw colorful birds. And then we caught weekend fireworks from our boat. Our friends Gina and John Francois, who we met back in October heading south, were also on their way back home to Canada after wintering in the Bahamas. They stopped by for a visit and shared with us all that they had learned while in the islands. We passed Mar-a-Lago on our way south to Fort Lauderdale, where we had a reservation to install a fiberglass hardtop with 2 additional solar panels, which replaced our canvas covering. The marina dock here was covered with huge iguanas every day, and I just hope that they didn't jump onto our boat like we've seen them do to the boats parked next to us. While we waited for the work to be done, we explored the canals and mangroves by dinghy. We went to a casino and a tiki bar. We added a new bridle for our anchor, and we replaced the old white trampoline nets with a new black set. This was a place where mega yachts come to get repaired, and we saw a lot of multi-million-dollar boats here, including this one with a fun hot tub in the back. We stopped at a few discount marine supply stores to buy spare parts if needed while we were in the Bahamas. Bill drove us around to stores on our last day to help us provision for enough food and drinks during our time in the islands. We washed the boat, disposed of the last of our garbage, and filled up with gas, diesel, water, and propane. We got an international cell phone plan, checked the weather and the waves, and filled out the necessary custom forms. We are now ready to head out early in the morning across the Atlantic Gulf Stream to our first stop in West End, Bahamas. Stay tuned to Gwayne Sailing to see more of our tropical adventures in the Bahamas. Feel free to ask us any questions you have in the comments section, and we'll answer them on a future video. And if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye guys!